No mai, haere mai, ma loi lele. Welcome to 3 News. The government has announced a $500 million boost to a scheme that attracts international film production to New Zealand with tax rebates. Finance Minister Nicola Willis said while industry incentives are not the government's favoured approach, the local screen sector simply wouldn't get the offshore investment without it. But not all industries are feeling the love, with a new survey of small businesses suggesting nearly half lack confidence that next week's budget will deliver meaningful support. Zane Small reports.
Shoppers lining up outside a new retail store in Auckland's upmarket Britomart precinct.
We're really excited to be here.
The performance wear brand Mons Royale was founded in 2009 during the global financial crisis. And owner Hamish Ackland is all too mindful of the parallels with today's economic slump.
We've definitely seen that slowdown.
But he chooses to focus on the positive.
Being able to get leases and things like that does get a little bit easier in this environment. Yeah, you've got to be bold. You've got to be able to take those risks.
That optimism, however, seems to be in short supply among other businesses in the lead up to the government's budget. Financial services company Prosper surveyed more than 500 small businesses in April and found that nearly half, 49%, lacked confidence that the government's budget will deliver meaningful support. And just 26% felt that the government's actions so far have been beneficial for small businesses.
The overarching majority of our small businesses come back saying that they would hope for some kind of tax break.
That hope came true today for the film industry. In a pre-budget commitment, Finance Minister Nicola Willis announced a $577 million boost to the international screen production rebate, which attracts filmmakers to New Zealand with tax breaks. She made the announcement at Stone Street Studios in Wellington.
Yeah, so the green screen allows us to put whatever background we want.
It's hosted significant international film productions.
Just over here on the balcony is where the Council of Elrond took place.
Such as Peter Jackson's The Hobbit.
What has become clear to us is that if we were to remove this rebate scheme, we would be saying goodbye to the New Zealand movie industry.
It was government film industry incentives that prompted Donald Trump to float the idea of 100% tariffs on movies made outside the United States.
Governments are actually giving big money. I mean, they're supporting them financially. So that's sort of a threat to our country.
We can't control what other countries do with their own industries.
It will help small businesses. So you've got all the wraparound services, you've got the local cafe, you've got the local transport. So the New Zealand small businesses, that'll be a great support for.
But demands on the government's finances are endless. Protesters gathered this morning outside the office of Erica Stanford, the Education Minister, calling for increased pay for school support staff.
We're eagerly awaiting what she has in her budget for us.
Oftentimes parents will keep their children home if their teacher aide is not going to be there.
In a statement, Erica Stanford said the collective agreement for school support staff is negotiated by the Ministry of Education and education unions in consultation with the Public Service Commission. As Minister of Education, I am unable to meet and discuss collective agreement bargaining while it is underway. And just this afternoon, a protest was held at Auckland University against the government's pay equity changes. The build-up to next week's budget resembling this queue of shoppers. Industries of all stripes lining up to be acknowledged.
And saying the government's also facing criticism over today's pre-budget announcement.
Yeah, that's right. The Taxpayers Union has come out describing it as corporate welfare at a time when public services are under pressure and the nation's books are deep in the red. Interestingly, Nicola Willis revealed today that she had to do some serious convincing to get the ACT Party on board with this $500 million spend. She acknowledged that the industry incentives are not generally the government's favourite approach, but pointed out that the screen sector has generated about $3.5 billion in annual revenue. But already you can see how a week out from the budget, the government is facing a whole lot of competing demands with just a small pot of cash. So any funding that is announced will be highly scrutinised, especially given those changes to the pay equity legislation. It's all culminating in what's sure to be a big week at Parliament when the government reveals the budget on Thursday.